Emotional intelligence has nothing to do with not feeling your emotions or suppressing any one of them. We're all human beings and none of us can escape any of the emotional spectrum that we all go through. None of us can escape the ups and downs of life and the seemingly negative things that come up daily. And the difference with people who make it through or are successful and individuals who end up being a little more stuck is their emotional intelligence. When you have practiced your emotional intelligence, you don't see anything in your past, present, or future working against you. You are a fully responsible individual for every single thing that you're observing, and you're able to see it and understand everything happening as feedback for you to become better. So in social settings or relating to people and others, somebody who has worked on their emotional intelligence is never really gonna find a way to be offended or annoyed or choose to feel something for a long period of time because of another person. First of all, nobody in this world knows you, only you know yourself. So if somebody tried to project something onto you that isn't true about yourself, and you care deeply and you let it trigger you and you get infuriated, that is your choice. There's never gonna be somebody that completely, fully understands everything that you've been through and why you are the way you are. So you are the only person that needs to understand who you are and how you choose to move in life. Therefore, it is pointless to try and validate certain things to people, especially if they're projecting things onto you. So somebody who is highly intelligent in their emotions would distance themselves and allow that person space to just vent it out and not absorb it. You don't have to absorb it. Somebody who's emotionally intelligent also really respects other people's time. They have a lot of empathy. They have a lot of compassion. They don't selfishly just think about themselves in the dynamic of a social setting. They think about everybody and what their actions or words do to others, and they take full responsibility for that. So if somebody were to approach me, for example, and say that they were offended by something that I had done or said, then I would clarify that that was not my intention. Sorry you felt that way, and let me not, like, I won't do it again. Simple as that. It really, any other argument that has a back and forth is not necessary and doesn't happen for people who are emotionally intelligent. People with high emotional intelligence also understand that there is not one group of people that are right for them. They can be amongst anybody and still connect with them and feel empathetic towards them. So a lower emotional intelligence person really believes that they don't have much control of what happens to them in their life, that they are just praying or floating through life as it happens to them without taking the responsibility of why it's happening. Nobody is perfect in every single moment of the day. There is always going to be new triggers. There's always going to be life that will give you new things to overcome. And again, everything working for you. So for you to be perfect in your reactions every time and to be hard on yourself if you're not is not the goal of this video, but to have the knowing and the desire to be able to sit with your emotions and journal them out and be able to manage them before you give a reaction to somebody or before you give a decision in your life. Dealing with haters or bullies or online people that just aren't understanding you at all and they're giving you a lot of pushback. Again, if you're already aware of your emotional intelligence, you really don't allow it to affect you and what you put out that is genuine to you, because when you truly understand that every single person is just projecting what they are going through, if they are giving something negative out, or pointing out something that they don't like, it's something that they don't like within themselves, and that is okay. And not everybody is gonna love every single thing about themselves at all times. So there is always going to be that. It has nothing to do with you. So anytime that there is feedback, it has more to say about what the giver of the feedback is going through, or what they feel about themselves. It's just basic. Happy people don't hurt other people. Hurt people hurt people. It's bottom line truth. And when I say this, it's not to pity people, or, if you're receiving negative feedback, to feel sorry for them. It's actually another way that you can extend love to them, because you know that they're going through something, and them receiving your love is a lot more powerful than you meeting them where they are with more low energy. The thing that I still observe in our society is that if the common reaction is when somebody says something hurtful to you, that you should be standing up for yourself and offended, and show them who you are, and it's just backwards, and nobody talks about the power that you truly have. Years ago, when I was living with my family, I would be triggered often because I couldn't understand why, even after stating my boundaries with family members, that they would still continue to do it, and it would feel more personal. And even in those cases, emotionally, I have recognized over the years that nobody has the intention to hurt me personally, and is out to get me, and is out to get me, making me feel a certain kind of way. I am still allowing myself to feel this way, should I choose. I am still feeding my own narrative and my beliefs. Everybody is doing the best that they can with what they know, with their resources, with their experience of life, with their exposure to information. So sometimes people are just not going to be as aware to be able to meet you where you want to be met, and that is okay. You can still love them. I'm also going to add another point, that highly emotional, intelligent people are not really ones to be sarcastic a lot of the time, or to kind of have mocking jokes towards people. You just never know what people are going through. So for you to even try and be humorous or comical about some things, I wouldn't even have it in the desire of my mind to joke about things that could be really sensitive. You don't know what kind of fight people are putting up with in a day, and you don't want to be that person that throws around something that's not light. Managing and caring and nurturing for your own emotions, rather than throwing them onto other people to deal with them. And if you take time for yourself and you're managing what you're putting out, you will find bridges and things in your life, manifestations will just be so much more of a higher quality for you. You won't be stuck in unnecessary situations as much. And I really think that it's just the power that we have, that we forget, all of us, on a daily basis, that we are in control of how we are telling ourselves things and how we're seeing things. And to step out of victimhood as much as possible is such a practice. It's like training a muscle at the gym, but it is highly rewarding and increases your sustenance as a being and your quality of life as well. And of course, more than anything, for all of you viewers, I would love to continue sharing more about what has helped me in my journey. So if there's anything specific that you'd like to leave below that I could help answer or expand, I plan to do another video as my next video with habits of highly emotional, intelligent people, what their habits look like and why it affects their emotional intelligence. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and keep. The most important work that I've ever done in my life is purifying my heart and looking into different timelines, forgiving, moving on, letting go, stop carrying baggage, truly just getting to know myself and what my intentions are. And the more time that I spend in solitude, understanding that my intentions are very pure, that they are extremely loving with a lot of things that I output. That is the seed of intention behind it. And therefore, when I make a mistake, when I mess up, when I do things that are faulty in my intentions, I will take quick responsibility and move on, because I already know myself well enough.